Hi guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a classic chatty get ready with me. I have all of my makeup here. I think we will focus more on the questions than on the makeup, but if you have any questions about the products, I will link them below and I can obviously answer questions about like shade picks and things like that if you need them. Thank you to everyone who sent me questions. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, it is the same name as I am here on YouTube. And it's one of my favorite places to be. I love Instagram, I always have. I also got a hot coffee from La Colombe. I never go there, but I was in the area and it kind of blew me away. It's really good. I just got a vanilla latte with oat milk, which is kind of my go-to order anywhere. I already have sunscreen on, but for skin prep, I'm doing the Glossier Future Dew, some of the Ilia lip wrap, and I'm also gonna try out their new eye cream because my under eyes have been dry and flaky this winter, which is not my favorite. What is your current skincare routine? Are you still doing monthly facials? So I have stopped doing monthly facials, but I was doing them for about 4 or 5 months with Heyday, and I truly think I learned so much about skincare from getting facials consistently, and also learned more about my skin, what products I needed to add in. And since then, just being consistent with the skincare routine I already pretty much had in place, I've had such great results. And obviously I just applied a skin tint, but I felt so much more comfortable going without makeup, and I feel like my skin just looks a lot more hydrated since that was like a main concern of mine. It just overall was like such a great investment in me and something that felt like such a great treat to look forward to every month. So now I'm gonna try and go in like every 3 months just for maintenance, but overall, I mean, the results speak for themselves. What is your favorite book you've read lately? I read Conversations with Friends in January, and that still is probably my favorite book I've read recently. It just really got me back into reading. I finished it in a matter of days, and I feel like last year I just kept not being able to finish books because I was reading nonfiction. Not really sure why, but I've been having like a resurgence of wanting to read, and I think that has to do with reading fiction books. So if you have any recommendations, I haven't read a lot of the really popular ones, so let me know which ones are like total standouts and like must reads, because it's kind of overwhelming getting into reading when it's been a long time for me. And I do have to say that getting a Kindle has made it so much easier for me to read. What is your dream job besides the one you have right now? I definitely would consider my current job a dream job. I love sharing what I love with the internet and having just a space to be creative and experiment and be myself. But if I had to have another job, I would love to work in interior decorating or in social media for like a makeup or skincare brand, because I do really love makeup and skincare so much. And all of the girls that I've met on like social media teams for brands are so nice, and it would be really fun to work with them. And at this point, I feel like I have more experience as an influencer than I ever did as a graphic designer, because I did go to school for graphic design, but that just isn't the path that I've chosen to stay on. The front of my eyebrows are so sparse. I literally just like scribble it on and then soften it out. But I feel like I would be a little too nervous to get them microbladed. But every day, it's the front of my eyebrows that cause me the most time in my eyebrow routine. How did you get into cooking? I can't learn it for the life of me. I feel like growing up with a mom that loves to cook and a family that very much is like brought together at the dinner table and even just in the kitchen, like cooking together, that definitely had an impact on me. I love cooking because of her. Next, tattoo ideas. So I actually got a new tattoo like a month and a half ago, but I didn't post about it because I get a little shy and my mom doesn't love when I get tattoos. But it was from a flash day with Liz Kim, who did my first tattoo, the poppies on my upper arm, which I love so much. And her studio is just a really comfortable space. And so she had this flash day for Saturday the 14th, like a Friday the 13th flash day, and she drew this orange with a little blossom, and I just knew I had to get it because I'm from Orange County and I've been wanting an orange tattoo, but just hadn't gotten around to like designing it. So it really just felt like fate that my favorite artist happened to draw exactly what I was looking for, and I absolutely love it. It feels like it was meant to be there forever, which is kind of how most tattoos have gone for me. Like by the time you get it, you're just like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. That was supposed to be there. If it's not obvious, I just got a package from Ilia, so I'm gonna try out this adorable warm toned palette on my eyes because I can't remember the last time I wore eyeshadow. So we're gonna switch things up today. Best gluten-free places in Orange County. So Orange County doesn't have as big of a gluten-free and like health community as you would think, but there are some amazing restaurants, and my personal favorites are Vibe Kitchen, Flower Child, and Seabirds, which is also next to Good Town Donuts, which has vegan donuts and gluten-free little like bundt cake donuts, which are really good. This was probably the most asked question, and that is, am I single? And the answer is no. I am in a relationship. I feel like that has become pretty obvious from like my Instagram posts, but I am very much like a private but not secret person. You can obviously know I'm in a relationship, but I do like to keep that part of my life a little bit more private just for my own sanity. This brow gel dries so fast that I can't leave them hanging. But I will answer, how did you guys meet? I need to meet new people. Like, do you have any dating advice, dating in LA? We met on Hinge, and I feel like it's probably like any other city. There are so many people and so many different types of people for the kind of person that they're looking for. I also just really enjoy meeting new people. I'm constantly making friends on like Instagram. And so I viewed it kind of like that, just going for like a coffee date or for drinks. Very open-ended, you never really know what's gonna happen, not putting a lot of pressure on it. And I just happened to meet someone that I really click with, and I am super happy. I feel like you guys have definitely picked up on that. People would DM me and just be like, you seem like super happy lately, like you're just glowing. I'm like in between concealer shades right now, so this is gonna be kind of an art project. And my biggest piece of advice when it comes to dating is always just to make sure that they're improving your life. Respect, clear communication, thoughtfulness. These are things that you shouldn't have to ask for, and honestly, early on, you will be able to tell if that's there or not. I feel like some of those lessons, unfortunately, are commonly learned the hard way. And, you know, someone telling you to only accept what you deserve is like, I don't know, easier said than done. But basically, I just feel really, really lucky. Every day at 2 p.m., Sammy walks over to the door to ask to open it so that she can sit in the sun. So I just let her. I just put the shimmer shade all over my eyelid, but my hands are kind of shaking from the caffeine that I had. So I'm not gonna be doing eyeliner. I think we're just gonna go straight to mascara. Thoughts on where content creation is heading, i.e. TikTok, YouTube. I have mixed feelings about this because I both enjoy creating and consuming short form and long form content, and there's really just pros and cons to both. With short form content, I do feel like I have to limit my consumption of it because it's so easy to get sucked in, and it can feel a little bit mind numbing and like I'm, you know, reducing my attention span. But I also really like posting on TikTok because I can do it in the moment, and I feel like an entire 12-minute thrift haul could be a 15-second TikTok half the time. And more people seem to be wanting shorter form content. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making long form content because I still enjoy it. I am just experiencing less engagement and less on the brand side in terms of YouTube, but I'm incredibly grateful for my long-term partners because that has allowed me to continue doing YouTube despite long form content just not popping off the way that it used to. But if you're watching this video, I can assume that you also like long form content. Gluten-free restaurants in LA, I've been eating too much Chipotle. That is so funny. I feel like because I gave some Orange County restaurants, I'll give some LA ones. Tsum Tsum, Tacos Tu Madre, Takaya, Sweet Green. I didn't even apply highlighter and my skin is looking so glowy. My under eyes are also not dry and cracking. They look so hydrated. It's like kind of ridiculous actually. This is gonna be the last question, but it is something I've wanted to talk about kind of in depth. I was wondering if you had any goals to go fully vegan again. No pressure, just curious. At the moment, no, I don't. I have been really prioritizing my health and my chronic condition that requires me to be gluten-free. And being both gluten-free and vegan was just incredibly restrictive and made me really stressed and unhappy when it came to eating and cooking, which are things that you guys know I love. And so over the past year, I added eggs in, and then more recently, I started eating fish, which I never would have expected either, but it has helped so much with my IBS and also just with my mindset around food, feeling a little bit less restricted because I do still have to be gluten-free, but I also have a long list of food sensitivities like corn, onions, beans, legumes, anything cruciferous, so like kale, Brussels sprouts, bell pepper, cabbage, and so it just makes it really hard. If you deal with chronic illness and food, you know, limitations, you'll know where I'm coming from, and that you sometimes do just have to do what's best for you and your health, even though I do still believe that like a vegan diet can do amazing things for the planet and the animals. It really, unfortunately, is too hard for me to maintain and stay mentally and physically healthy. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna talk about it because it is still something that's hard for me to grapple with, but I know that so many of you guys also have chronic illness and have always been so open and understanding and supportive for me. And I just want you to know that you have my support as well. And I know how challenging that can be from a firsthand perspective. That is it for today's little sit and chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will link all of the makeup products below because I had a fun time trying new products. I am really, really impressed with that eye cream. Honestly, I feel like it changed the way my makeup applied. Thanks for hanging out. I will definitely see you guys with a new video very soon. Bye guys.